Ви можете розпочинати.
Дякую. Так, доброго дня, шановні колеги. Сьогодні 4 березня 2024 року, 9:00. Дозвольте розпочати засідання. Відповідно до рішення Вченої ради Сумського національного аграрного університету наказом ректора 712К від 27.12.2023 року у Сумському національному аграрному університеті утворено спеціалізовану вчену раду для прийняття до розгляду та проведення разового захисту дисертації Лян Жуй на тему дослідження інструментарію впровадження бренд-стратегії університету. Англійською Research on the Implementation of University Brand Strategy на здобуття ступеню доктора філософії у галузі знань 07 управління та адміністрування за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент. Склад ради. Головуючий на засіданні Ніфатова Олена Михайлівна, доктор економічних наук, професор кафедри маркетингу і логістики, Сумський національний аграрний університет. Рецензенти. Щербак Валерія Геннадівна, доктор економічних наук, професор кафедри економіки та підприємництва імені Брюховецького, Сумський національний аграрний університет. Тут присутня. Офіційні опоненти. Ганущак Єфіменко Людмила Михайлівна, доктор економічних наук, професор, проректор з наукової та інноваційної діяльності, Київський національний університет технологій та дизайну. Тут присутня. Біловодська Олена Анатолівна, доктор економічних наук, професор кафедри маркетингу і бізнес-адміністрування, Київський національний університет імені Тараса Шевченка. Тут присутня. Файвішенко Діана Сергіївна, доктор економічних наук, професор, завідувач кафедри журналістики та реклами, Державний торговельний економічний університет, тут присутня. Посади членів спеціалізованої вченої ради вказані на дату захисту дисертаційної роботи. Всі члени спеціалізованої вченої ради зареєструвалися. Отже, на підставі реєстраційної картки присутні 5 членів спеціалізованої вченої ради із 5 затверджених наказом ректора 712К від 27.12.2023 року. Кворум необхідний для засідання є, і ми маємо всі офіційні підстави для того, щоб розпочати засідання. Отже, засідання спеціалізованої вченої ради оголошую відкритим. Сьогодні на порядку денному захист дисертації на здобуття ступеня доктора філософії, аспірантки кафедри маркетингу та логістики Сумського національного аграрного університету Лян Жуй на тему дослідження інструментарію впровадження бренд-стратегії університету англійською Research on the Implementation Path of University Brand Strategy за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент. Роботу виконано у Сумському національному аграрному університеті. Науковий керівник, кандидат економічних наук, доцент Блюмська Данько Ксенія Валерівна. До спеціалізованої вченої ради надійшли такі документи. Заява щодо проведення атестації здобувача, копія першої сторінки паспорта громадянина Китайської Народної Республіки, копія диплома магістра, витяг з наказу про зарахування до аспірантури, засвідченої в встановленому порядку, академічна довідка про виконання відповідної освітньо-наукової програми, висновок наукового керівника, кандидата економічних наук, доцента Блюмської Данько Ксенії Валерівни, висновок про наукову новизну, теоретичне та практичне значення результатів дисертації, сама дисертація в друкованому та електронному виглядах, а також відбитки копій наукових публікацій, зарахованих за тему дисертації, засвідчених у встановленому порядку. Усі документи відповідають встановленим вимогам. Дисертація до захисту подається вперше. Хто за запропонований порядок денний, прошу голосувати. Всі за, проти немає, утримались немає. Отже, пропозиція приймається. Дозвольте зачитати біографічні дані аспіранта. Лян Жуй, 1986 року народження, громадянка Китайської Народної Республіки, освіта вища, закінчила у 2012 році Ксінанський університет фізичної культури, Китайська Народна Республіка, за спеціальністю освіта в сфері фізичної культури. Аспірантуру закінчила у 2023 році Сумський національний аграрний університет Міністерства освіти і науки України, міста Суми. Дисертацію виконана у Сумському національному аграрному університеті Міністерства освіти і науки України, міста Суми. Тема дисертації затверджена на засіданні вченої ради Сумського національного аграрного університету, протокол номер 7 від 26 грудня 2023 року. Лян Жуй завершила виконання освітньо-наукової програми у 2022 році. 5 серпня 2023 року відбулася публічна презентація дисертаційного дослідження на кафедрі маркетингу та логістики за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент, де дисертацію було рекомендовано до розгляду та захисту у разовій спеціалізованій вченій раді. Основні положення та отримані наукові результати дисертаційної роботи висвітлено у 9 наукових працях. З них 5 наукових праць оприлюднено у фахових наукових виданнях, 2 статті у виданнях, включених до наукометричних баз даних Scopus, 2 наукові праці опубліковані в інших виданнях. Наукові публікації відповідають вимогам пунктів 8 і 9 порядку присудження ступеня доктора філософії та скасування рішення разової спеціалізованої вченої ради закладу вищої освіти наукової установи про присудження ступеня доктора філософії, постанова Кабінету міністрів України від 12 січня 2022 року номер 44. Дисертація відповідає вимогам наказу МОН України номер 40 від 12.01.2017 року про затвердження вимог до оформлення дисертації та порядку присудження ступеня доктора філософії та скасування рішення разової спеціалізованої вченої ради закладу вищої освіти наукової установи про присудження ступеня доктора філософії. Постанова Кабінету міністрів України від 12 січня 2022 року номер 44. Чи є питання у членів спеціалізованої вченої ради? Так, питань немає. І здобувачем погоджено, що захист дисертації буде проводитись англійською мовою. І зараз для викладу основних результатів дослідження слово надається аспірантці Лян Жуй. Лян Жуй, please, to present the main result of your research, the word is given to you, and please share your screen, and you can start your presentation.
Okay, Professor, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, and you please share your screen and start your presentation.
Okay. Can you see my report, Professor?
Yes, everything okay, you can start.
Okay, I start my report. Dear professors, good morning. My name is Лян Жуй. My research topic is research on the implementation path of university-bred strategy. My supervisor is Ksenia Brushka-Doku. Now, I will introduce my research to all the professors from 4 parts. The first part is a research background. At present, Chinese universities are facing fire competition. The competition comes not only domestic but also foreigner university. By strengthening the implementation of university stress, we can help them establish their bread better, improve their competitiveness, win social resources, promote their development. In the slow growth stage, the number of the papers published each year was 40 to 60 and was relatively broad. Spreading research had resources a center amount of the attention. The number of the papers published during the rapid growth stage was 80 to 100 per year, reflecting progress and rapid development in the stable growth stage. 110 to 140 articles were published each year, showing steady growth, indicating that university branding research have received continuous attention, while also showing a trend of the fluctuating development. So I choose this research object for the following reason. First, to meet the needs of the development of China's market economy. Second, to meet the needs of the China's domestic and foreign environment. Third, for university with their own higher quality brand, their degree diploma can also greatly increase people's employment advantage to a certain extent. Fourth, to adapt to the needs of the development law of the higher education itself. The second part is the research contents. This research purpose, this study mainly studies the characteristics of the ordinary undergraduate universities and the implementation of the broad strategy and provides theoretical guidance for the ordinary undergraduate universities to explore the path of the broad implementation. First, promote the competitiveness of the university with a broad effect and win a more favorable position in the accumulation of the market resources. Second, enhance the cohesion and the contribution for force within the university. Third, increase the connection between the university internal staff and the brand building, and promote the win-win situation. Fourth, attract more financial resource and human resource into local construction. Fifth, promote the development of the local economy. This study was analyzed the theoretical basis and framework of the university brand strategy, as well as the implementation path of the brand strategy for backbone university with regional characteristics, such as the Henan Institute of Science and Technology. Then, structure a framework for university brand connotation was built and analysis table was created to outline the implementation path of university brands. The rationality of the brand implementation path model was also analyzed, along with the construction background of the characteristics backbone universities in Henan province. Finally, recommendations. The implementation process of the brand strategy for Henan Institute of Science and Technology was examined, and the recommendation for the development path of the regional characteristic backbone universities and for university and administrators were provided. Additionally, suggestions for the improving the brand strategy of regional manager universities were also made. This research possible annotations and contributions. Innovative research perspective. The paper extracts different dimensions and on this basis construct a reasonable model framework for in-depth research on ordinary undergraduate universities, which is very innovative. Innovative research content. In China, the research involves some university brand building, mainly focusing on independent university, and rarely involves the explosion of the characteristics and the strategic implementation paths of the central region or ordinary undergraduate universities. To build a framework based on the content of the university brand, build an analysis table with the university brand implementation path model. Analyze the current situation of the brand building of the Henan Institute of the Science and Technology from four dimensions of the analytical framework can find that there are some objective problems in the brand building of the Henan Institute of Science and Technology. The rationality analysis of the brand implementation path model. The third part is a conclusion and recommendations. This study has produced 6 research findings, which are respectively: first, the implementation of the brand strategy is conducive to the competitive advantage. Second, implementing brand strategies in university requires internal integration. Third, the implementation of the university brand strategy is conducive to the identification and selection of the consumers. Fourth, the application of the brand marketing strategy in university brand implementation. Fifth, the brand generation framework of Chinese universities mainly includes 4 dimensions. Sixth, implementing the university brand strategy has limitations in the university brand management. The implementation of the brand strategy is conducive to the competitive advantages. This study is then based on the theory of the university brand connotation through the main dimensions of government dimensions, teacher study dimensions, cultural inheritance dimension, scientific research, and the social serve dimension to effectively combat the brand input, internal value-added process, output control level, study the Chinese university brand implementation path, build Chinese university brand implementation path model to explore the Chinese characteristics brand path. The following figures shows map of the Chinese university brand implementation. Implementing broad strategies in your universities requires internal integration. The figure shows the university ranking of the Henan Institute of Science and Technology in the past 10 years, and the important events of the implementing broad strategy. The implementation of the university broad strategy is conducive to the identification and the selection of the consumers. The following three figures show that in the past 5 years, the number of the undergraduate students, graduate students, and doctoral teachers recruited Henan Institute of Science and Technology has shown an upward trend. The application of the broad marketing stress in university broad implementation. First, strengthening the concept of the university broad management. Second, define the broad positioning of universities. Third, build a stronger university brand. Fourth, attach importance to strengthen discipline, playing optimize discipline development model, and make discipline specialty have brighter characteristics. Fifth, promote advantageous university brands. Sixth, establishing a university brand crisis management system. The brand generation framework of Chinese university mainly includes 4 dimensions. The 4 dimensions is the government dimensions, teacher study dimensions, cultural inheritance dimensions, scientific research dimensions, research and social service dimensions. Implementing the university brand strategy has a limitation in the university brand management. First, higher education belongs to quite public goods, so there should be a clear boundary and the scope to apply brand marketing stress to university brand management. Second, the stress of the university brand implementing should be oriented by improving the value of the university brand. Third, the premise of the university implementation of the brand strategy to improve the quality of the university brand. Fourth, the implementation of the university brand strategy should adhere to the organic unity of the various brand elements. Fifth, under the premise of the respecting the inherent law of the education. And make recommendations from 3 perspectives. First, recommendations on development paths of regional characteristic backbone university. First, adhere to the local characteristic direction of the running universities. Second, build advantageous disciplines and drive the construction of the discipline development clusters. Third, emphasize the talent training and optimize the talent type of the structure. Fourth, focus on the applied research and technology development, serve industry progress, and regional development. Fifth, innovate the way of the attracting talents and conserving talents. Strengthen the development of the way-board discipline. Sixth, explore multi-party joint efforts to promote institutional and institutional innovation. Then, recommendation on university administrators. First, establish brand awareness. Second, strengthen the research of the university brand series. Third, university education brand marketing specialization. Fifth, advert a sound university brand strategy. Fifth, take the university brand internationalization route. Sixth, use the established brand effect to achieve the sustainable development of brand. Seventh, seize the current favorable opportunity to enhance the university brand strength. Finally, recommendations on improving the brand strategy of regional general universities. Finally, first, meet the government project needs. Second, focus on the talent brand model. Third, inheriting university cultural brand. Fourth, build scientific research and academic brand. The first part is a list of the publication. During my PhD study, I have published 5 papers in Ukrainian journals, 2 papers in Scopes, and 2 other papers. The details are shown in the figure, and I will not introduce them carefully. Above is my research report. Thank you for attention. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Лян Жуй, very much for your presentation. And now it is time for questions. And dear colleagues, the report is complete. And now please ask the questions. And the first will be Valeria Gennadievna.
Thank you very much. If I can, I have to ask 2 questions. Yes, I can?
Yes, of course.
First question for our discussion is, can you tell me briefly why you choose the research object of research on the implementation path of university brand strategy? And do you have any research foundation or research advantages, please?
Okay, thank you for question, Professor. I choose this research object for the following reasons. First, at present, Chinese universities are facing fierce competition. The competition comes from not only domestic, but also foreigner university. By strengthening the implementation of university-bred strategy, we can help them establish their brand better, improve their competitiveness, win social resources, and promote their development. Second, I have worked in the management department of the Henan Institute of Science and Technology for 11 years. I have a accumulated rich experience in brand buildings, and I have carried out some research topics around this field. So this have laid a solid foundation for me to carry out this research. Third, after I came to study at Sumei National Agrarian University, I have got a stronger support of my colleagues from this university. I also participated in the related topics of brand marketing, stress of agriculture products, which strongly supported my research. That's all. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I also have another question. The second question is about innovation you're researching. This question is, what do you think are your innovations in your research, please?
Okay. Thank you for your question, Professor. Innovative research perspective through first analysis of the connotation of the university brand. This paper abstracts different dimensions, and on this basis, a reasonable model framework is constructed and conducts in-depth research on ordinary undergraduate universities, which is very innovative. Second, innovative research content. In China, the research involves some university brand building, mainly focusing on independent universities, and rarely involves the exploration of the characteristics and strategic implementation paths of the center, region, or ordinary undergraduate universities. That's all. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ryan. I'm satisfaction. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Valeria Ignatina, for your questions. And now, please, Ganashek Yefimenko Людмила Михайлівна, ask your questions.
I have two questions for you. The first question, your research combines the research of European, American, and Chinese scholar and university brand, but the research of Ukrainian scholars is not mentioned. How do you consider it?
Okay, thank you for your question, Professor. Because the United States is the original country of the university brand, relatively speaking, American scholars make the most significant contribution to the development of the university brand. Scholars in European countries also have more in-depth research on university brand. Therefore, I have a more in-depth study of the European and American scholars from the theoretical basis. As a Chinese citizen, I collect research on Chinese scholars has national advantages. So comprehensively thought out the study of Chinese scholars on university brand. However, due to the language problem, I lack reference to Ukrainian scholars' research achievements in the university brand field. This is also some deficiencies in my research results. All else should be strengthened in the process of my future research. That's all. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And what short questions for you? What is the value of university brand in your opinion?
Okay. Thank you for your question, Professor. In my opinion, through research, the paper shows that the value of the university brand is reflected in the following four aspects. University brand is conducive to university to gain competitive advantage. University brand is conducive to the integration of the internal resources of the university. University brands are conducive to the consumers' identification and selection. University brands are conducive to the dissemination of the information. That's all. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You must more smile because you're very, very seriously postgraduate student.
Thank you, Людмила Михайловна, for your questions. And now, Біловодська Олена Анатолівна, please ask your questions.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your answer on previous questions. And I have also two questions for you. The first is, could you describe in more detail the four ways of implementation university brands that you propose in your dissertation?
Okay. Thank you for your question, Professor. First, gradually establishment of the brand positioning. The implementation of the university brand should be based on the long-term layout of the connotation development based on the needs of the brand government and obtain the policy support of the government. Second, establishment of the research and construction of the talent brands. Talent construction is an important link in the implementation of the university brand strategy. Third, innovation and development of the discipline brands. The implementation of the university brand must have the scientific research, innovation, and accumulation of the academic achievements. Fourth, inheritance and development of the cultural brands. A good cultural brand can make the brand output of the university more attractive and characteristics. That's all. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your answer. And the second question is, what do you think is the purpose of Henan Institute of Science and Technology to implement the university brand strategy?
Okay, thank you for question, Professor. I think Henan Institute of Science and Technology as an ordinary undergraduate university of China implements the university brand strategy to solve the lack of the competitiveness in the higher education market, promote university competitiveness with brand effect, and win a more favorable position in the allocation of the market resources. The university brand building can enhance the cohesion and the centripetal force within the university, while expanding the brand effect. It can also increase the connection between the university internal staff and the brand building, and promote the win-win situation. That's all. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm satisfied with your answers. Thank you.
Thank you, Олена Анатолівна. Файвішенко Діана Сергіївна, please ask your questions.
Thank you, Лян Жуй. I have two questions too. First is, what are the main research methods you employed during the writing of your dissertation? And second question is, what is the uniqueness in forming the branding strategy of a higher education institution? Does it differ from other organizations such as business? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for question, professors. First question. This paper mainly support scientometry analysis, lateral analysis, case analysis, and other research methods to analyze the current situation and the characteristics of the Chinese universities, and finds that the implementation of the university brand strategy is an effective way to improve their competition, and constructs the model on the theoretical basis of the connotation of the university brand. That's all. Thank you. The second question. Thank you for your question. Professor, in my opinion, the uniqueness of university brand lies in that the most fundamental purpose of the implementing brand strategy is to improve the competitiveness of the university and obtain more sources. The most direct and fundamental purpose of the implementing brand strategy is to establish a stronger brand and a general more in economic benefits. I think that's the biggest difference between them. That's all. Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor.
Лян Жуй, thank you for your response. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana Sergeyevna. Лян Жуй, like my colleagues, I also have two questions for you. My first question, please briefly explain how to build the PASS model of university brand implementation in China.
Okay, thank you for your question, Professor. Thank you for your question. This paper is based on the theory of the university and brand connotation through the main dimensions of the government dimensions, teacher study dimension, cultural inheritance dimension, scientific research and social service dimension, to effectively combat the brand input, internal value-added process, output, control level, study the Chinese university brand implementation path. Build Chinese university brand implementation path model to explore the Chinese characteristic brand path. That's all. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Лян Жуй. And my second question is very common. After the research, what do you think are the limitations of the brand implementation path of Chinese universities?
Okay. Thank you for question, professors. Definitely, after developing our model, we apply the model to the university brand implementation path practice at the Henan Institute of Science and Technology. After the period, we found that the schools ranking had improved in the relevant orders. The number of the fantastic ranges study for the school has increased, and a admission score of the students raised. This shows that our model enhances the influence of the school and it's effective. That's all. Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor.
Thank you, Лян Жуй, for your direct answers. Dear colleagues, do you have any more questions for Лян Жуй or no? No more questions. Let me thus present with the conclusion about the scientific novelty, theoretical and practical significance of the dissertation results. To do this, I switch to the Ukrainian language. Sorry, Лян Жуй, because we have to read this part in Ukrainian. Так, шановні колеги, дозвольте коротко оголосити основні пункти висновку про наукову новизну, теоретичне та практичне значення результатів дослідження Лян Жуй. Тема дослідження інструментарію впровадження бренд-стратегії університету, англійською Research on the Implementation Path of the University Brand Strategy. У висновку йдеться про актуальність теми дослідження, зазначено її актуальність, також зв'язок роботи з науковими програмами, планами та темами. Йдеться мова про те, що дисертація відповідає науковому напряму кафедри маркетингу та логістики. Зокрема, наприклад, в рамках теми управління конкурентоспроможністю підприємств на засадах інноваційного маркетингу. Також зазначається, що частина дослідження була проведена в рамках наукових проєктів, замовлених провінцією Хейнань. Представлено мету і завдання дослідження, також наведені пункти наукової новизни, найважливішими науковими результатами, серед яких є і удосконалені пункти, тобто удосконалення концепції, визначення стратегії бренду, також і набули подальшого розвитку концептуальні положення реалізації стратегії бренду університету, і ще набули подальшого розвитку ідентифікація бренду університету. Також міститься пункт наукової новизни перше, який пов'язаний з ключовими факторами, що впливає на споживчу психологію студентів закладів вищої освіти Китайської Народної Республіки, що розглядається як сприйняття якості університетської освіти, як першочергової мети бренду. Також йде мова про використання результатів роботи. Далі міститься інформація про особисту участь автора в одержанні наукових та практичних результатах, викладених в дисертації. Зазначено про те, що здобувачка дотримувалась принципів академічної доброчесності. Подано звіт рецензентів щодо аналізу звіту на плагіат, в якому йдеться про те, що рецензенти за результатами опрацювання звіту прийшли до висновку про відсутність ознак запозичення тексту з інших джерел. Далі представлено перелік публікацій за темою дисертації і зазначенням особистого внеску здобувача, описано структуру та обсяг дисертації, відзначено мову та стиль дисертації, і йдеться інформація про ступінь зрілості Лян Жуй як науковця, який склався. Отже, висновок засідання: вважати, що дисертаційна робота Лян Жуй на тему дослідження інструментарію впровадження бренд-стратегії університету, англійською Research on the Implementation Path of University Brand Strategy, яка подана на здобуття ступеня доктора філософії за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент за своїм науковим рівнем та практичною цінністю, повністю відповідає вимогам пункту 6 Постанови Кабінету міністрів України про затвердження порядку присудження ступеня доктора філософії та скасування рішення разової спеціалізованої вченої ради закладу вищої освіти наукової установи про присудження ступеня доктора філософії, також вимогам оформлення дисертації, затвердженим наказом МОН України, а також напряму наукове дослідження освітньо-наукової програми Сумського національного аграрного університету зі спеціальності 073 менеджмент. Отже, рекомендувати дисертаційну роботу на тему дослідження інструментарію впровадження бренд-стратегії університету, подану Лян Жуй на здобуття ступеня доктора філософії до захисту та створити разову спеціалізовану раду у складі, який сьогодні і є. І документ підписано головою засідання, завідувачем кафедри маркетингу та логістики Наталією Макаренко, а також секретарем засідання, доцентом кафедри маркетингу та логістики Валентиною Муштай. Отже, шановні колеги, розпочинаємо обговорення дисертаційної роботи Лян Жуй. So we begin the discussion of the dissertation work. Now I would like to invite a reviewer to speak. Please, Щербак Валерія Геннадівна, Doctor of Economic Science, Professor of the Department of Economic Enterprise, named after Брюховецький. Валерія Геннадівна, please.
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to thank you for the opportunity to participate in the discussion of Лян Жуй's dissertation. And what I have to say, as an expert, I submitted my review to the dissertation defense counsel and timely manner. So I want to focus on the main key points. First of all, about innovation. The study of the tools for implementing the brand strategy of university is extremely relevant direction to modern higher education. The implementation of a brand strategy allows universities to create a clear and recognizable image. The study of the tools for implementing the university's brand strategy becomes a necessary step to understand and optimize the process two universities can successfully complete it in the modern educational market. From the point of view Лян Жуй dissertation research on the topic research of the tools of implementing of university's brand strategy, which is developed to study of this issue and relevant and timely. Then the dissertation research was carried out on credits with the topics of research work of Sumy National Agrarian University, first of all, and part of the research was carried out within the framework of scientific projects commissioned by Hewan Province, China. The university, Hewan University Humanities and Social Sciences Research Project. Then what I have to say, in my opinion, the following achievements of the author are most successful. But I want to say evolution of dissertation work positively. I consider it necessary to point out certain debatable issues. First of all, In the first section of the dissertation, it would be necessary to answer how the theory of brand and theory of higher education are combined. In our opinion, this is a significant effect of combining different concepts of university branding research, in particular taking into account the lack of research on the difference in brand formation between different types of universities. Since from the text of paragraph 1.2, is it not intimately clear how to provide an effective combination of theories for a more detailed understanding and practical application of the research results. The second, in figure number 1.9, the work considers the main ideas of Blackstone's brand relationship model. In my opinion, it would be expanded to analyze how the objective and subjective aspects of brand relations interact and how this interaction affects the brand image and the attitude towards the brand. What factors affect the objective and subjective sides of brand relations? That's the question. The third one is considering the analyzing diagrams of university brand implementation paths. This is figure number 2.2. It would be necessary to detail what possible comparative aspects between the engineering and non-engineering sequence of the university brand can be identified in order to understand and formulate responsible statements. Also, would the study benefit significantly if the author explorable this comparison to develop of university brands in China? This is also a question. The fourth is when formulating practical recommendations for an administrable level of university management, it would be necessary to answer the question, how important is it to establish brand consensus in a university educational environmental in practical? How it can affect the competitive of the university in the international space and its ability to adapt to modern trends in higher education. How can these consensuses interact with the current philosophy and strategy of university management? And how can it contribute to the motivation of teachers and students, as well as to strengthen unity and increase the visibility and image of university? This is also a question. And the third question is, how can all these affects the core competitiveness of the university in the global educational market? The fifth is given that the dissertation was written in a Ukrainian university, it would be necessary to substantiate how the implementation of the brand strategy of Ukrainian and Chinese universities can contribute to the development of joint research programs and programs in the context of the expanded partnership between the countries. How can Ukrainian and Chinese universities cooperate in the formation of joint brain strategies and strengthens their positions in the international higher education market? This is also interesting question. And the last one was there are stylistic and grammatical errors in the text of the book. This is not very important. And however, the above markers do not detract from the overall approaches of the study carried out Лян Жуй. According to the results of the detailed review in Лян Жуй's dissertation and scientific publications, it should be noted the scientific material and of the applicant, her ability to conduct independent research at a higher specific scientific level. A peer-reviewed dissertation is completed independently performed scientific work characterized by integrity, scientific and theoretical, and implied value. Лян Жуй dissertation on the topic research of the tool for implementing the brand strategy of university fully complies with the specialty 073 management, the requirement of paragraph 6 of the resolution of the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine on approval of the procedure for the awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and cancellation of the decision of the one-time specialized academic council of the higher education institution, scientific institution on awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, number 44, and requirement of registration of the dissertation approved by the order of the Minister of Education and Science of Ukraine, number 14. Therefore, this dissertation can be recommended for the consideration at a meeting of a one-time specialized academic council, and its author, Лян Жуй, can be awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the specialty 073 management. Thank you very much for attention.
Thank you, Valeria Gennadievna. Лян Жуй, now you are given the opportunity to respond to comments that have been posted in the reviewer's review.
Okay, thank you, professors. I'm grateful to my reviewer for the thorough analysis of my dissertation, of the comments and suggestions which were made. I agree with most of the remarks and will take them into account in my future research. However, I could like to give an explanation for some of them about how can it contribute to motivation of teacher and students. My answer is as follows. The implementation of the university grad strategy should adhere to the organic unity of the various grad elements. Commercial grads generally express themselves through corresponding products or serve as carriers. On the other hand, the carrier of the university brand is diverse. It's an organic compound of the brand elements, such as concept of the university, the president of the university, the teachers of the university, the student of the university, the discipline of the university, the academic activities of the university, the campus culture of the university, the server activities of the university, the major imagine logo of the university, and so on. Any link that have problems will have an impact on the university brand. In university brand management, we should establish of the university brand. In university brand management, concept and realize the organic management of the various brand elements. About how can Ukrainian and Chinese universities cooperate? My answer is as follows: with the intensification of the globalization of the education market, universities in many countries have realized that university brands must strengthen international cooperation. The current cooperation between Henan Institute and Science of Technology and Sumy National Agrarian University is a good example of the cooperation between Chinese and Ukrainian university through resources sharing and complementary advantage. We can establish a good cooperative relationship. There will be more cooperation between Chinese and Ukrainian universities, and there will be more benefits. That's all. Thank
Thank you,
Thank you for your reviews.
Thank you, Valeria Ignatievna. You had a very
I'm
big list of
satisfied.
comments. Do you satisfied now? Okay.
Yes, satisfied. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. And now I would like to invite official opponent to speak. Please, Ганущак Єфіменко Людмила Михайлівна, Doctor of Economic Science, Professor, Vice Rector for Research and Innovation, Kyiv National University of Technologies and Design. Людмила Михайловна, you are welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Лян Жуй, and your supervisor for your dissertation research. And it's very relevant of research topic and increasing important because the context of the implementation of staged Chinese programs, One Belt, One Road, study of tools for the implementation of the brand strategy allows you to determine the key factors influence of the formation of the image of the university and its international activities. My review was provided on time and post of the website. So let me introduce, discuss remarks and the general conclusion of the research of your dissertation. I can only remarks. Thank you.
Yes, yes, it will be very good.
The first of remarks is that the authors would benefit from depending of justification of definitions such as university brand, university image, and university trademark. But identification their place in the organization economic mechanism of marketing management in an educational institution, consider the peculiarity of the legislation of the People's Republic of China. The second, while justifying the methodological approach, imagine the implementation of the university brand strategy, section 2.3 of the dissertation, the author defines management tools focusing primarily on functional branding strategies. The first, The author's methodology approach to the international of specific innovation mechanism for building of the university brand created scientific interest. However, it requires a more independent specification of means and measuring to mobilize elements of scientific and innovation potential. Therefore, it's not entirely clear how the author views the correspondence between existing opportunities and plans for implementation the brand strategy and the modern university environment, the assessment of whether real limitation and patology in the management process are considered for the successful implementation of the brand strategy, as well as the challenges that may arise and how the author proposed to address them should have been discussed in the dissertation research. The last, considering then the training in the postgraduate program and the defined procedure take place in Ukraine, it would be useful to detail how specific scientific conclusion and recommendation can be of minister can be highlighted for Ukrainian university and response to the requirement and expectation of the China's educational market. The whole conclusion on the dissertation. The dissertation for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy by Лян Жуй is complete original scientific work. The dice of addressing the current scientific and practical task of development theoretical and methodological provision and practical recommendation for the formulation and theoretical and implying principle of strategy brand management for higher education institution. This dissertation work research of the implementation part of the university brand strategy complies with the requirements of the order of the Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine, number 40, dated January 12, 2017, on approval on the requirement for the dissertation, the resolution of Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine number 44, dated January 12, 2022, on the procedure for awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and consulting the decision of the one-time specialization Academic Council of the Higher Education Institution, Research Institution on awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, with amending made according to the Cabinet of Ministers Resolution number 441, date March 21, 2022, the author Luigi deserved the award of the academical degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the specialty 073 Management, Field of Knowledge of 0C, Management and Administration, Doctor of Science Людмила Ганущак.
Thank you very much, Людмила Михайлівна. Лян Жуй, as usual, you given the opportunity to respond to comments.
Okay, thank you, Professor. I'm grateful to my reviewer for the thorough analysis of the dissertation and the comments and the suggestions which were made. I agree with most of the remarks and will take them into account in my future work. However, I could like to give an explanation for some of them. First, about focusing primarily on functional branding strategy. My answer is as follows. Because higher education belongs to the broader public good. In my opinion, the uniqueness of the university brand lies in that the most fundamental purpose of the implementing brand stress is to improve the competitiveness of university and burden more resources. So focusing primarily on functional branding strategies. Second, about scientific conclusions and recommendation for Ukrainian university. My answer is as follows. Due to the limitations of my research, I did not conduct in-depth research on the implementation of the breadth of the Ukrainian universities. But my point of the view is that Ukrainian universities can implement the breadth of the universities through international cooperation. Thanks a lot for the value. Thank you.
Thank you, Лян Жуй. Людмила Михайлівна, are you satisfied with the answer?
Thank you very much. I'm satisfied, and thank you for your full answer for my this question.
Thank you. Move on. And now I would like to invite official opponent Біловодська Олена Анатолівна, Doctor of Economic Science, Professor of the Department of Marketing and Business Administration, Тарас Шевченко, National University of Kyiv.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And so, first of all, I want to tell some thanks about my inviting for discussion and as official opponent. And the second point, I want to tell that my review was submitted in accordance with established requirements and placed in free access on the website Sumy National Agrarian University. And so please allow me to introduce only the main points, key points about novelty, practical value of research result, also discussion position, and the conclusion of this dissertation.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you very much. So, scientific novelty of the dissertation research results and the reliability of the obtained findings, conclusions, and recommendations. I want to say that all scientific positions formulated by Лян Жуй are developed independently and reflect the researcher's personal contribution to the advancement of economic science. And analyzing all the dissertation and the researcher's publications indicates the presence of elements of scientific novelty. First of all, for the first time in the work, it has been established that a key factor influencing the consumer psychology of university students is the perception of the quality of university education as a primary goal of the brand, ensuring the identification of the university brand image and serving as a fundamental guarantee of its formulation. The university brand reflects its educational quality and characteristics, mirrors its social reputation, and represents the employment prospects for graduates. The concept further involved defining brand strategy as a comprehensive planning and execution of brand building and future development by brand institutions under the guidance of strategic brand thinking. The essence of brand strategy lies on the formation of the company's key expertise, ensuring its long-term development. It involves creating a corporate strategy focused on building a strong brand. Based on the analysis of the actual situation and further trends in the external competitive environment, the university, in accordance with its own conditions, undertakes comprehensive planning and implementation of future development under the guidance of strategic brand thinking. Also, the enhanced brand management system of Chinese higher education institutions diverse attention based on a model correlation purchase intent with national responsibility. This model takes into account the overall sentiment of Chinese prospective students, reflecting social values and the need for unity and the evaluation of national identity. The refinement of identifying the university brand cannot be separated from the external environment of the location where the university is situated. For instance, the university pillar discussed in this newspaper is indistinguishable from the role of political, economic, and cultural external factors in the university location. Certainly, in addition to the external environment, the creation of university brands also requires internal impetus. Developing a university brand strategy is a necessary choice for adapting to social development, and the essential demand is the constitution of a university brand in the rapidly developing environment of higher education in China. The research results enable the improvement of the brand of higher education institute strategic management process and also facilitate the appreciation of tools to enhance purchasing demand. For the practical value of research result, I want to say that the practical significance of the obtained result lies in their further application by higher education institution and educational management as operators of various levels. Most of these results have been distilled into specific proposals and methodological recommendations for managing the system of marketing communications in higher educational institutions. The proposed practical and methodological recommendations have been implemented in the activities of Sumy National Agrarian University, Ukraine, and Henan Institute of Science and Technology, People's Republic of China. So, discussions, point, and remarks on the dissertation. Upon analyzing the statements, conclusions, and recommendations presented in the dissertation, the following remarks and discussion points have been formulated. The first, examining the fundamental definitions of the brand concept on page 22 of the dissertation, the author critiques somewhat outdated approaches to understand this term. In our opinion, it would be advisable to analyze the definition of the university brand concept based on the contemporary perspectives as reflected in international journals addressing higher educational marketing issues. The second point, in paragraph 20.2, it would be pertinent to analyze the current situations regarding the formation of a brand for leading universities worldwide, such as the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Oxford, Sorbonne, and others. These universities are currently recognized as global leaders in education and science, and consequently, their experiences could be available for Chinese university in construction their own brands. The third point is, in the thesis, the author provides a rather superficial analysis of the role of global ranks and their impact on the university's image. However, some Central Asian countries only grant permits for studying at foreign university if they are listed in one of the world's leading rankings. Inclusions in a ranking services as confirmation of educational quality and consequently shapes the brand in the awareness of potential students. The fourth point, the pathway for the implementation of the brand of a Chinese university as presented in figure 2.1, page 79, deserves attention. However, in thesis itself, more emphasis should have been placed on the describing the legislative framework for a brand formation. Specifically, it would have been appropriate to describe the process of trademark registration outline the key legislative acts ensuring brand protection in the People's Republic of China, and conduct a comparative analysis with other countries worldwide. The fifth point is, on page 133, the author notes that the high reputation of the university brand not only effectively enhances the character of the university and the spirit of the teachers, but also makes the university scientific research nearly clearly directed towards specific goals and orientations. In our opinion, the authors should consider detailing the cause and effect relationships between scientific outcomes and the brand. Is the brand the primary cause of successful research outcomes? Conversely, does the effectiveness of scientific activities enhance the university image and influence its brand? And the last point is, the dissertation does not define the role of stakeholders in shaping the university brand. The author places greater emphasis in the internal university environment and government bodies. In our opinion, investigating the role of employing the brand formation would significantly enrich the dissertation research. And conclusions on compliance with established requirements. The dissertation for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy by Лян Жуй is a completed original scientific work dedicated to addressing the current scientific and practical tasks of development theoretical and methodological provisions and practical recommendations for the formulating the theoretical and applied principles of strategic brand management for higher education institutions. The dissertation work titled Research on the Implementation Path of University Brand Strategy compares with the requirements of Order of the Minister of Education and Science of Ukraine number 40, dated January 12, 27, on approved all the requirements for the dissertation, the resolution of the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine number 44, dated January 12, 2022, on the procedure of awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and cancelling the decisions of the one-time specialized academic council of the higher education institution, research on awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with emphasis made according to the Cabinet Minister Resolution number 341, dated May 21st, 2022, the author, Лян Жуй, deserves the award of the academic degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the specialty management, field of knowledge management and administration. Dr. Science Professor Олена Біловодська. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Олена Анатольевна. And now, Лян Жуй, you have opportunity to answer on the comment, please.
Okay, thank you, professors. I'm grateful my review for the thorough analysis of my dissertation and the comments and the suggestions which were made. I agree with most of the remarks and will take them in account in my future work. However, I would like to give an explanation for some of them. First, about my research note. Conducted research on the world's leading university brands. My answer is as follows. I'm very sorry that due to the limitation of the research time and energy, I have not conducted research on the world's leading university brands. I will exchange the research perspective from China to the whole world in the future research, which will be more conducive to the internationality of the research. Second, after the brand, the primary cause of the successful research outcomes. My answer is as follows. Yes, in China, scientific research in text is a significant symbol of the success of the university brand. The effectiveness of the scientific activities improves the brand image of the university, and the implementation of the university brand is indeed more inducive to the university teachers to focus on the scientific research work and produce benefits. That's all. Thank you. Thanks for a review.
Thank you, Лян Жуй. Olena Anatolievna, are you satisfied with the answer?
Yes, I'm satisfied. Thank you very much, Лян Жуй.
Okay, move on. And now I would like to invite next official opponent, Файвишенко Diana Sergeyevna, Doctor of Economic Science, Professor, Head of the Department of Journalism and Advertising, State University of Trade and Economics.
Hello, dear members of the Specialized Academic Council. According to the established requirement, the official opponent's review has been submitted on time and posted on the website. Considering that previous presenters have characterized the dissertation in detail, let me focus only on my discussion points. In the first chapter of the dissertation, author conduct a thorough analysis of literary sources on the formation of a higher education institution brand using modern tools for analyzing scientific information. However, given that many Ukrainian and Chinese scientific journals don't belong to the Scopus and Web of Science Science-Metric databases, such analysis is somewhat limited. Speaking about the competitiveness of the higher education institution as its ability to attract students to enroll in this university, it would be appropriate to detail which aspect to the brand can influence students' choices and their readiness to become active participants to the university community. Additionally, defining the university as an international entity, it would be worthwhile to explain how the brand strategy contributes to enhancing the competitiveness of universities in both international and national context. The author proposes a model of the brand connotation pyramid. It would be beneficial to elaborate more on how the university can use the connotation pyramid for differentiating its brand from competitors. In our opinion, the research would scientifically benefit in the author conducted a SWOT analysis of the activities of Chinese universities. This would serve as a basis for formulating recommendations regarding internal and external challenges for universities in implementing brand strategy. The result of the analysis could also address questions about how the implementation of brand strategy might impact traditional values and the culture of the university environment. It should be noted that my mentioned comments don't diminish the scientific and practical values of Лян Жуй's dissertation, which contest innovative approaches to addressing the problem. Лян Жуй's dissertation submitted for defense of the Specialized Academic Council for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the field of knowledge 07 Management and Administration, and the specialty 073 Management meets the requirements of the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine resolution dated January 12, 2022, number 44, on approving the procedure for awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and cancelling the siege of a one-time specialized economic council of an education institution of higher education on awarding the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Thank you. Лян Жуй.
Thank you, Diana Sergeyevna. Лян Жуй, you are given the opportunity to respond to comments.
Okay, thank you. I'm grateful to my review for the thorough analysis of my dissertation and the comments and the suggestions which were made. I agree with most of the remarks and will take them into account in my future research. However, I would like to give an explanation for some of the first about detail which aspects of the brand can influence student choice. My answer is as follows. In my opinion, the marketing of the disciplines in China universities, the annual employment rate of the college students, and the cultural connotation conveyed by universities are important factors affecting the choice of the universities, and I will explain them in detail in the future research. About use SWOT analysis of the activities of Chinese universities, my answer is as follows. I think it's a very good suggestion that this is research method will make. This could serve as the base for formulating recommendations regarding international and the external colleges for universities in implementing broad strategy. Thanks a lot.
Diana Sergeyevna, are you satisfied with the answer?
Yes, I'm satisfied. Thank you for response.
Thank you, dear colleagues. According to the rules of work of the Specialized Academic Council, we proceed to the discussion of dissertation of Лян Жуй. I emphasize that all present members of the Academic Council have the right to take part in the discussion, and therefore I suggest, for example, begin from Valeria Gennadievna.
Thank you very much. And I said many beautiful words about this dissertation. I was very satisfied to read it. This is for me a very important topic. While I wrote many scientific articles about university brands, how we can develop it, how we can use it, how we can go to the market, environment, education and market. And also I have to say what kinds of, for my mind, what kinds of main topic scientific task our Jinrai would decided. And the dissertation, the author aimed to develop theoretical and methodological foundation and formulate practical recommendations to ensure effective management of sustainable development of territorial communities in the regions. The tasks were identified the solution in which should contribute to achieve the goal. I think the main goal, for my opinion. Build a brand structure based on the coordination of university's brand, first of all, the construction of characteristic main university on Henway province, and also development recommendation for the development of regional characteristic system for main universities. And the next one, development of mechanism for improving the brand strategy of regional comparative university. I think this is very specific results of this study, and this consists the formation of a new theoretical and methodology approach and practical recommendation for the implementation of the university branch strategy. I was very impressed, and I was very satisfied to read it, to take a part of this discussion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Valeria Ignatьевna, for your opinion. Ганущак Єфіменко Людмила Михайлівна, would you like to say something, some additional words about this dissertation?
Dear Лян Жуй, I want to thank you very much for your research, and thank you for your supervise for your research in a very important topic, because you development your national system of education in China. Your research are complete original scientific work. Your answer for the question was full, and I'm satisfied for this. And my proposal, my recommendation, you must be a doctoral postgraduate study of this university. It's my all proposal for you in the future. And thank you very much. I wish you a success, and I support you and your dissertation research.
Thank you very much, Людмила Михайлівна. Олена Анатолівна Біловодська, would you like to say some words about the dissertation?
Thank you very much. As my colleagues, I will support the crowd in voting for this dissertation, and I want to tell thanks for Лян Жуй and her scientific supervisor Ksenia Blumska-Danko for this relevant dissertation, for the main results which improved in this work. And the theme is very relevant. In my speech, I told about this. I told about novelty. I told about practical results, and I don't want to repeat once more. As conclusion, I will support this work, and thank you very much for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Олена Анатолівна. І Діана Сергіївна, would you like?
Thank you, Лян Жуй, for your dissertation. The exploration of the toolkit of implementing a university brand strategy is highly relevant in the dynamic landscape of higher education, as universities globally strive for distinction and visibility. The strategic management of their brand become instrumental, and while universities is increasingly viewed as brands understanding the nuanced tools and mechanisms to effectively shape and communicate the identities paramount. That's why I will support the dissertation and vote for the award at the academic degree. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana Sergeyevna. And as the head of the council, I also would like to share my opinion about Лян Жуй dissertation. And first of all, the dissertation, of course, is devoted to the important issue related to implementation of university brand strategy. And we understand that today, in the context of development of the paradigm of an entrepreneurial university, the development of a brand strategy is becoming an important tool for universities in a competitive environment. We all of us understand this. And the study presented today is a confirmation of this idea. As an adventure of the work, I would like to emphasize the powerful compilation of theories and methods of branding presented in the theoretical section of the dissertation. The author was able to successfully combine traditional concepts of brand management and innovative approaches based on modern trends in the information society. I also would like to note that the recommendations proposed by the author have the practical meaning for a wide range of stakeholders and are designed to meet the interest of both the university and its target audience. And in general, I want to say that dissertation is written in an appropriate scientific level, have elements of scientific novelty, practical application, and reveals important aspects devoted to implementation of university brand strategy. And it will contribute to a better understanding, evaluation, and analysis of the brand management tools at the Chinese universities. And as a result, the author of the work deserves to be awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the specialty 073 Management. That's my opinion. And does anyone else want to speak? Does anyone want to add something else? I think it's enough. Yes. And if there are no objections, I suggest ending the discussion and giving the floor to the supervisor. Please, Ksenia Valerievna, you have opportunity to say some words about your graduate student.
Dear colleagues, dear Лян Жуй, I want to say thank you for your job. Dear colleagues, I want to say thank you again for your support and for your positive feedback of our work. I'm really enjoyed. I'm fully successful of the working with Лян Жуй, and she did a great job with her dissertation and with her test, which named Research of the Implementation Path of University Brand Strategy. I need to say that she's very smart, she's hardworking, and she is inquisitive and able to make independent decision, and in each processes of research, of whole research process in general. As a research supervisor, I know that the researcher is very thorough approached the preparation and writing of this thesis. I need to know this. And I would like to add that she has 2 published articles in Scopus, as we saw these results before, which is a clear indicator of the necessity and relevance of the scientific research. That is why I think that it was successful work, and I'm really thankful for your supporting.
Thank you very much, Ksenia Valerievna. And now, dear colleagues, I again switch on Ukrainian language because I will read the decision of council. So, Лян Жуй, sorry, we again will speak Ukrainian language. Нам попередньо було розроблено проєкт рішення спеціалізованої вченої ради, і дозвольте мені його зачитати. Спеціалізована вчена рада Сумського національного аграрного університету Міністерства освіти і науки України міста Суми прийняла рішення про присудження ступеня доктора філософії з галузі знань 07 управління та адміністрування на підставі прилюдного захисту дисертації Лян Жуй на тему дослідження інструментарію впровадження бренд-стратегії університету англійською Research on the Implementation Path of University Brand Strategy за спеціальністю 073 Management. Лян Жуй 1986 року народження, громадянка Китайської Народної Республіки, освіта вища, закінчила у 2012 році Ксінанський університет фізичної культури, Китайська Народна Республіка за спеціальністю освіта в сфері фізичної культури. Аспірантуру закінчила у 2023 році Сумський національний аграрний університет Міністерства освіти і науки України міста Суми. Дисертацію виконана у Сумському національному аграрному університеті Міністерства освіти і науки України міста Суми. Науковий керівник Блюмська-Данько Ксенія Валерівна, кандидат економічних наук, доцент кафедри маркетингу та логістики Сумського національного аграрного університету. Здобувач має 9 наукових праць, з них 5 оприлюднено у фахових наукових виданнях, 2 статті у виданнях, що входять до наукометричної бази даних Scopus, а також 2 наукові праці, які опубліковані в інших виданнях. Отже, шановні колеги, переходимо до процедури відкритого голосування. Я прошу членів спеціалізованої вченої ради проголосувати і озвучити рішення щодо присудження Лян Жуй ступеня доктора філософії зі спеціальності 073 менеджмент. Прошу робити це за моїм прикладом. Я, Ніфатова Олена Михайлівна, голосую за присудження ступеня доктора філософії Лян Жуй за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент. Валерія Геннадівна, будь ласка.
Я, Щербак Валерія Геннадівна, голосую за присудження Лян Жуй ступеню доктора філософії за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент.
Людмила Михайлівна.
Я, Ганущак Єфіменко Людмила Михайлівна, голосую за присудження Лян Жуй наукового ступеня доктора філософії за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент.
Олена Анатолівна.
Я, Біловодська Олена Анатоліївна, голосую за присудження Лян Жуй наукового ступеня доктора філософії зі спеціальності 073 менеджмент, галузі знань, управління та адміністрування.
Діана Сергіївна.
Я, Фелішенка Діана Сергіївна, голосую за присудження наукового ступеня доктора філософії Лян Жуй за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент.
Отже, шановні колеги, у нас 5 голосів за, проти немає. Отже, на підставі результатів відкритого голосування спеціалізована вчена рада присуджує Лян Жуй ступінь доктора філософії з галузі знань 07 управління та адміністрування за спеціальністю 073 менеджмент. Так, шановні колеги, чи є зауваження щодо рішення спеціалізованої вченої ради? Зауважень немає. Тоді дозвольте привітати Лян Жуй з успішним захистом дисертації. Лян Жуй, we would like to congratulate you, and now you have opportunity to say something for your supervisor, for the council, some words, if you want.
Thank you very much for our professors. Now I'm very happy. Special thank you to my dear professors, Ksenia Brushka-Doku, and the staff of my Sumy National Agricultural University. Sorry, I'm very excited. Thank you to the Ukrainian people. I miss my time studying in Ukraine very much. I miss the Ukrainian people and Ukrainian friends. I want to Sume of Ukraine again. I want to Sume. Welcome every professors to China, to Xinjiang, to Henan Institute of Science and Technology. Welcome. I thank you, my best friend, and thank you, my family. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Лян Жуй. Thank you very much. Today, we saw that you're a person who have a very, very high scientific level, and we congratulate you. And of course, today you have to go and relax because you have a very, very big job. So thank you for your words. And шановні колеги, на цьому засідання спеціалізованої вченої ради вважається закритим. Дякую всім за роботу.
Дякую.